with Kaya. The Kaya has been working so well under Kenpachi's hands. I think they should try to take that and maybe focus on a different mage to play. If they can, if you want to go for a different mage, Gusion is still available. You can run with Selena as well, but I don't think so. It looks to be Lunox.
Your team
EVOS here have
picking.
quite a few options for themselves. Do they want to run the same setup that they did before, or are they just confident going, hey, might as well play some other new stuff? They could lock in they could lock in their double tanks here if they wanted to, but my guess is they probably want to pick the Kaya for themselves and then look to maybe get a mage.
Maybe get a mage or maybe getting an offlaner. And yes, it is an offlaner. It will be Thomas. Smarter choice, I would say. And going back to Reborns, and I think it's going to be a tank and an offlaner as well.
Yeah, probably going to be. I'm not so sure whether they want to go the Leomord route this time around. They might consider something else, but hard to say. But definitely they want to get that tanks. Yep, they have that show under their belt. He can go fighter. He can also go dedicated tank here. And now they have Evil X locked in that Hayabusa. So that's probably leaning. Cho is leaning more towards the tank side this time around.
I do feel that he's more towards tank support hybrid at this moment. Because you already have two ADCs already in the hands of Lunox and Hayabusa.
Well, you've got your mage carry because she does a magic damage.
Correct.
And then you have your AD damage, which is from Hayabusa.
Correct.
But for this upcoming one, I'm expecting Minotaur. JPL has been playing very consistently on it. Not going to change whatsoever.
I mean, they have to take it. If not, they will be banning out all the tanks. And they only left like, a very small pool of tanks itself.
Yeah, a really small pool of tanks here. Reborn looking pretty decent overall. They've already denied the Hayabusa off of EVOS Esports. So let's just see how they want to play this out. They could hold up their tank option and lock in the carry. Carry is still on the table.
Carry.
Oh, wait a minute. Now that I'm looking at it, they don't actually have their mage option either. So they could
is picking.
They probably want to lock in their mage first here and then hold up their marksman.
I like this ban. They're gonna ban out Belleric, so now it forces Reborn to choose those small heroes in the tank pool. Like, what else is there? And they're gonna get another offlaner. Wow, EVOS. Something is writing in their minds right now. Definitely no more Badang already. But once they choose this particular off-lane hero, no way there's a Badang coming out. So rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, rest assured. But now running with two off-laners which share the same amount of responsibility and maybe perhaps farm, it's going to be tough for them to segregate this type of stuff.
True, I would agree. I would say that Leomord can go into that pseudo-marksman role where he is looking to carry the game eventually, but it forces Reborn in this awkward position where it's like, hey, I probably can't use Cho, I can't flex Cho anymore, so now I have to put him into that tank position. And now that I have Hayabusa, it's kind of difficult because I don't have that marksman that I need, and I can't put him into that offlane because he can't really deal with unless I give him support. So in this situation, I would have liked to see Reborn pick up the carry for themselves, but instead they're just gonna hand it over to EVOS Esports here. I mean, they could easily do that, but again, a mage looks pretty good as well, and it looks like two big daddy comps in my eyes.
I mean, they don't even have an assassin yet at the moment as well. But then, okay.
This is so good.
Wow, this particular setup is so... I feel it's very sustainable.
It is sustainable only because... Well, I mean, Kaya is interesting. She can get that initial engage, but I think this is really good because now that Ace is going to be on... the Alice. Correct. They are going to chunk people out. 3 members of their team are just... The combo with... the Alice combo with the Minotaur is going to do so much damage. On top of the fact that you have Thalmos peeling them 24/7, this is just going to be a huge cleanup for Leomord. So just keep your eyes on Leomord because he's going to be looking to clean up a lot of these fights.
As for Reborn, I think that split pushing is one thing and try to get as much turrets as possible before your opponents get all the farm. I think this is the best option at this moment. Hayabusa is there. You have, those Lunox as well who can actually try to deal damage. So we'll see. This is the final game. My bets are to no one. It's 50-50. I'm going to play very safely because, again, this is our very first 3-game series. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be the final one right here. Who's going to take it home? Who's going to get 2 points instead of 1?
Yeah, I think we can't really count out Reborn here because they have Rin on that Lapu Lapu. He's going to be able to pump out a lot of damage into the enemy team if he gets a really good engage to stop them from that big combo that I was talking about that will happen later in the game once they hit those level 4s. So a lot of pressure is being put onto Lung and Rin. However, same goes for EVOS on Oh Dear Bambi as well as Soul.
Potento right here running with the Tamers, going 1-on-1 with Rin onto the Lapu Lapu. He's gonna get a higher advantage here in terms of lane dominance. And EVOS, they're gonna run with at least one support or tank babysitting their damage dealers. So that's actually a very nice move. For those who don't know, whoever is in Mythic play or Mythic rank, that's what is the meta right now. They're running with this.
Yeah, and they're sacrificing an entire mid-wave here just to ensure that they secure the River Crab. They're gonna lose a little bit of EXP, but I think that they want to funnel Alice as much as possible because Alice, unlike other mages, she takes a little bit of time to actually start popping off. She doesn't get immediate damage with that Lightning Truncheon, so she has to build up the Clock of Destinies, get the concentrated energy before going into the big ticket items.
Like teams are just gonna pick up their starting items, mostly warrior boots, demon shoes, wizard boots, whatever you call it. I mean, those are the essential items that you want to start off because they give you a little bit of attributes, especially you want to farm down minions and jungle buffs way quicker. And of course, some of them will get the jungle items or jungle hunter's knife to begin with to get the extra XP that they need.
Yeah, and now you can see that the EVOS Esports, they're not really trying to look for any kind of invade. They don't want to fight just yet. They know they need level 4, and Turtle is going to be an uncontestable objective until they've got their big ultimates, especially from Ace, as well as Oh Dear Bambi, who they are just getting. But Ace isn't level 4 just yet. They're setting it up. Reborn, they know that they're there.
Hey, they're there already, but then the Jit Kundo and the Way of the Dragon first up here as Reborn will get first blood. EVOS Esports in a lot of trouble because the Lunox is very powerful in early stages of the game. The rest of EVOS, they have to fail back. Oh my goodness, the push coming in for Reborn. A whole new different team. Maybe the previous game gives them the confidence, but then EVOS Esports fight back nail and tooth with those double kill of their own.
Very unnecessary dive there coming in from Reborn. They need to remember that Leomord, once you are low, Leomord can clean you up with his momentum, his passive, which makes him so strong. It allows him to get crit damage. Oh,
okay.
Big ultimate coming in from Rin, able to pick off Soul at the very end there.
And a Divine Judgment as well, able to take down Rin. So it's going to be another trick kill coming in from both teams.
This is already such a bloody match. 7 kills already in the first 3 minutes of the game. Wasn't expecting that, but let's see how this plays out some more. I'm expecting more fights happening across the map.
EVOS are trying to at least control lanes and just doing the standard rotation. I feel like EVOS and Reborn, the only similarity they have is they are quick in rotations. They can, no matter what, they can just go from bottom to top in just a matter of seconds, and that's what they're doing right now. This is their strength in both of these teams. The only downside I see about EVOS is starting off, they don't have much damage comparing to Reborn.
Oh, why did they catch out Silo? Oh,
Silo's just gonna run, dancing around with the quad shadows. Nothing much very significant over there, but able to juke things off. And it looks like Reborn, they're gonna have 4 members at the bottom lane. They're gonna contest for this River Crab. Who's gonna take it? It will be...
Keep your eyes on Ace.
Ace! Oh, JPL! They're gonna run in here with the Divine Judgment, and Ace with the knockback onto the Mirroring Fury, able to create so much chaos as Leomord gets a kill onto Lung's Lunox.
Oh wait, hold on, Kim Pop!
Oh,
big play!
Oh my goodness, Soul not at the right time here. Alice, oh dear Bambi, he's trying to blood sucker everything down here, but he will be able to do it. Yes, he will. He's gonna get 1 kill over here. The rest of the members of Team EVOS, they want more blood. Alice coming in again, able to pop up that, and the tanks and the supports just wreck chaos. There's no way Evil Axe is gonna survive that. That would be a clean fight coming in for EVOS Esports. And then Reborn, look at that, Rin they have the top lane for himself.
Yep, he may have the top lane to himself, but that's not going to be enough to help him deal with the amount of damage Soul is pumping out here. But man, that was so good. So many kills going onto Odir Bambi. That's going to help him so much more to accelerate him. He's going to quickly buy that Lightning Treasure. He's going to have that extra burst of damage that he needs. Oh, wait a minute. Are they going to catch somebody off here? Nope. Looks like Lapu Lapu is going to get out of there scot-free.
Speaking of burst, the burst damage coming in from Odir Bambi is just surreal, especially with the ultimate and of course the second skill that he pops up. It's just too much. Anyhow, Kaya is able to catch this high loss without any contestation. I'm not sure what was going on, but then it looks like Odir Bambi, he might be suffering, but then the blood still comes into play, able to turn things around. Kaya with the kill one more time. Look, nearly into death ways, but he's gonna survive with Hayabusa's help.
Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. But is that enough to really change the pace of the game? Because right now, EVOS, they're developing quite a significant lead, 3K. I mean, it could turn at any point in time, but we've seen EVOS time and time again what they can do with just a very small lead. And REBORN, we saw in Game 1 what happened as EVOS, they got a small lead for themselves and they turned it into a 9K goal lead. So I'm not too sure whether REBORN wants to be in this position.
Oh no, Silo! There is no way you're gonna get that Halo in the top or the bottom lane here. 3 members there. I like the composition coming in with all these 4 members. Split pushing is just surreal. Even though Leomord, he can stand on his own. Look at that. Rin misses the ulti on the Chieftain Rage. But then he's gonna get some help coming in from Evil X. So he still wants to take this fight. He still has his little pony onto him before the off-kill cam. Mega kill coming in onto Odir Bambi. Another kill coming in from Kenpachi. Thomas is just way too strong for this. Wa-cha-cha-chow! And Soul just slicing and dicing down to the heart of to the tank. 4 fights coming in here. Look at this. Team EVOS Esports just dominating this game.
Yeah, and remember what I said, first it was 3K and now they've developed it even further. They pushed themselves up to 6K.
And Soul, look at that! He is
huge.
a free lane for himself.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, right now, on the Leomord, Soul is uncontestable. Even Lapu Lapu can't really deal too much against him, even though they are basically the same amount. And Turtle has already been taken away. They're looking to catch Rin. Rin manages to get back out. Let's have a look at the items to see, give us a better scale of what they're doing here. Ooh, that's interesting. Immediately with the Athena shield coming in from Thalmos, while Leomord building also an Athena shield. They're trying to deny a lot of damage from this Lunox.
The clock of destiny already been picked up by Alice as well, giving her more mana regen, more ways to deal pain towards her opponents. I mean, this is where your worst nightmare comes in, when your opponent's carries are getting farmed up and your carries aren't. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, and I think Thamos is doing a good job sustaining against so many members.
My goodness,
they're sacrificing an inhibitor for this!
He's behind enemy lines, and now look at this REBORN. They're gonna get their first tier 3 turret exposed. Hayabusa is able to kill this Thomas, but then hey, I built one lane. I already created one lane, exploiting one lane, and your jungles right now. One kill doesn't make a matter because why? Kills or respawn. Heroes can respawn, but turrets cannot respawn at all.
Absolutely, and I think that was just a really poor decision coming in from REBORN here. They sacrificed their inhibitor out of all things just to get a kill off of Potato. And Potato understandingly knows that, oh, as long as there's more than one member, I can sustain as long as possible. I just have to stop them from getting back to base. They already committed so hard at that point that REBORN said, might as well, we need to at least get Potato.
Need to get Potato. But unfortunately, no potatoes for you. As Team EVOS Esports just dominating this map into their hands. Thomas is level 10. I don't think he's farmed enough to go in for the solo lot push. But then again, when you have your team behind your back, anything is possible. JPL speeding up, speed boy onto that Birdman. And they're just going to destroy this turret, taking more map control. Hayabusa behind there. He's trying to find a kill. Silo is in the brush.
Oh, he's looking to pick somebody off, but I don't think he can find anybody just
He's
yet.
able to know where everybody is, but he needs to find out the right timing. He's going to find out the JPL. He's not going to continue on with the Ogi shadow kill.
No, not within range yet. He needs to at least chunk him to about half and get more stacks of that ninjutsu before he can really pop off. But again, Ace is really close by. If he does bother to use that shadow kill, he might accidentally bounce over to Ace, wasting a lot of damage. So good decision to not go for it. But again, Reborn need to make something happen here.
Reborn down one lane. 2 more lanes left with the inhibitor turrets. What can go even worse?
Yeah, I mean, so far, the way this is eventually going to pair up is that EVOS is going to out... Ooh, hold up.
Okay, Potato getting caught over there, unfortunately, by Kenpachi, but that's going to make things up. EVOS, they know that this is a fight they can try to take. They're going to catch out Long first with the Divine Judgment on JPL before High Loss takes down Thomas. 1-to-1, an eye for an eye. Is this worth it though? Because EVOS, they're just running and gunning. They know they have the power, huffing and puffing over there as well. And they're gonna disengage and take more jungle buffs away from Reborn. Yay!
Jungle buffs and this is so frustrating to see. They're getting so close to ending up the... Oh, JPL! He catches Rin! Rin's in trouble! He's trying to get out, but Lapu Lapu is
but they're really able to flicker though! Onion Fury did not connect, and that gives second chances to Reborn at the very least. But then again, getting your jungles being denied one more time. There's no more buffs they can take up here. And Reborn right now, they are under farm. I can 100% say that they are under farm already. Look at the levels.
Yeah, yep, they're building their third item where they're still trying to complete their second item. Only their carries as of right now, Hayabusa and the split pushers, Hayabusa and Lapu Lapu are at 7k gold. They need something, but the fight has already begun!
The fight has begun, ladies and gentlemen. EVOS, can they secure this fight? Can they pick up more kills? And you're gonna find Evil X. Look at Ace. Nice timing coming in with the Minotaur. Mignonian Fury maybe about to come, but then Lapu Lapu with the Chieftain Rage. He's able to turn things around. It looks like EVOS, they are the back of the driver's seat. They have to go back here, but they're gonna continue fighting. It's the bloody tug of war. The war of attrition works well for EVOS. Alice will get a kill before Leopold gets a kill. He was getting shut down by the Filipino Chieftain. And now, I'm not sure who wins the fight, but again, the map control works out because you look at the bottom lane. The bottom lane, Hayabusa, is going to open things up. Now, it's equal grounds for both teams.
Yep, and I think Hayabusa did a lot of work for his team that Reborn really needed that inhibitor. This is just evened out the gold so much, and it's not in EVOS' favor because they needed to break one more inhibitor turret to at least try and pressure to go for the end because they can't go for Lord.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that game itself was so
no.
good. Ace able to let it down as well with Alice. Oh dear, Batman, they're going to chase forward. Evil X is like, you know what, I'm going to pop the Heaven's Highway or just to run the bail out over there. And now, things are looking very shifty. I feel like EVOS, they had the game from at least start, but now it's very, very shaky. It looks like Reborn can come back as well.
Yeah, I think Reborn, they finally broke through. They were able to get enough objectives, especially on that bottom side with the Hayabusa to make such a difference.
Look at that. Rin.
Oh.
Yes, eyes.
I mean, JPL is trying to zone off, make sure he doesn't get anywhere near. And the rest of Reborn, they know what's up. But Thalmos is in the back, trying to pressure them, making sure that they can't do anything. If they leave, Thalmos is going to get the inhibitor turret, but they're contesting. It's a 4v5 now.
They're going to go for the lot here. It looks like Evil X coming in at the right time with the Heaven's Highway, but then Mionian Fury comes in play. Alice will get the kill onto the lot. Thomas had to fall back. He needs to help his teammates because they know that if they're down by members, they are going to go down. But hey, you know what? Alice is there onto the godlike. Maybe a double kill comes into play. Long, running for his dear life, will not save himself with Leomar kill. Now with 1 Lord and 2 kills, this could be the game decider for EVOS Esports.
Oh, here it is. EVOS, they're just slow pushing now. They're just waiting for their minions to walk up to take this inhibitor turret. They've got another 10 seconds until Evil X comes back. 17 seconds until their carry comes back. They're going to take this inhibitor without too much contention. But I think the big thing is Lord here. This is going to be the final push for EVOS. They're looking to end it all right here, right now.
They are looking to end it all once and for all. Look at JPL with the nice push, but the Chieftain Rage able to connect with the immunity. However, it's not enough. EVOS Esports, they are going to charge forward. It's just GG. Lord is healthy. It is all over. Reborn will go down to EVOS Esports 2-1.
And it looks like Reborn still have a little bit in them, but unfortunately history will not repeat itself like the grand finals as EVOS take their revenge onto Reborn, showing them that the champions can be felled. 2-1.
2-1.
Pretty good for EVOS. They would have definitely liked a 2-0.
I mean, let's just talk about the stats first. Bambi playing this hero way better than the previous hero on guard. Works out like a charm. The Glaive, the Clock of Destiny, the Lightning Trishan, everything is just working, including the Wind of Nature. Is that the Wind of Nature or Winter?
No, that's the Winter Trend.
Winter Trishan. So much has been built onto this hero, and you know what? She only suffered one death.
Yep.
But the most amazing thing, Ace coming in at the right time, no deaths at all.
Yeah, I think Ace is like I mean, even though the stats don't really show it, he really was a huge component for this team, setting up so many of these fights so easily by himself that I would honestly give him the MVP for this game, because he just set up so many of those kills for Odir, Bambi, and Soul to just pick off.
And you know, talking about Reborn, yes, they had like somewhat like a comfortable cushion, but then again, they were getting outplayed by EVOS. Rain was playing really well. His Chieftain Rage was just not